She's beautiful. She's confident. She's not real, but she knows exactly how to talk to you. Meanwhile, in a Facebook group you joined years ago, one that used to be about local schools, you notice something strange. The posts are angrier now, the language more divisive, and the comments, they're on fire. And this isn't random, it's by design. You're not just on the internet anymore, you're inside a machine engineered to provoke, manipulate, and divide. This week on Midweek Sitrep, we're talking about the dark side of technology, how AI girls, rage bait, and political chaos are used to influence you, control you, and rewrite the way you think. Welcome to the synthetic influence economy, where the hottest influencers aren't human, the loudest voices are rage bots, and your next political opinion, well, that might be AI generated. Hey everybody, welcome to Midweek Sitrep, your bi-weekly briefing on national security and policy. My name is Jerry Fowler, and I'm your host. Every other week, I break down what you need to know and what you might have missed in the world of national security, all in under 20 minutes, so you can stay mission focused. Now, usually, before we do a deep dive, we discuss what we should be monitoring in the world of national security since our last episode. However, we've just launched the Insider Brief on Substack, a weekly newsletter where you can find the show notes and news you should be following. The link is in the description and on all of our social media pages. Now, let's get to the synthetic influence economy. Let's start with the obvious. Some of the most popular influencers online aren't people at all. They're AI-generated models. Take Atana Lopez. She's a pink-haired fitness model from Spain. Over 200,000 followers, brand deals, and content that looks like any other influencer. Despite reportedly making over $10,000 a month, she doesn't exist. She was created by a company to fill the gaps real influencers leave behind. Or Mila Sofia from Finland, another AI model with thousands of fans, engagement, and brand power, and a music career. These people don't sleep. They don't make mistakes. They don't demand better pay. They just smile, post, and keep your attention. And now they're moving into OnlyFans. Platforms like FanView even have sections for AI influencers. Entire personas built to be your fantasy, from dating to adult content, but without a real human on the other end. So why does this matter? Well, it matters because we don't follow influencers anymore. It's not just marketing. We follow illusions. And when the algorithm decides what's beautiful, desirable, or worth your attention, you're no longer being entertained. You're being managed. Let's flip the script. What if the goal isn't to seduce you, but to enrage you? That's rage bait. And it's one of the most effective and dangerous tools on the internet. Here's how it works. Algorithms prioritize engagement. Anger drives engagement. So outrage becomes the product. Take Facebook groups. You might have joined one years ago to swap parenting tips, share recipes, or follow local school board updates. Now it's a political minefield, full of conspiracy memes, anti-everything rants, and comment sections that look like war zones. Some of that change is organic, but much of it isn't. Those groups get bought, rebranded, and flooded with synthetic content. AI now generates the posts, the comments, and even the memes. Look at your social media feed right now. I bet you anything you'll see a deepfake video of President Trump or other political figures, AI-generated protest footage meant to enrage both political party supporters, and it all looks real enough to spread. With tools like Google DeepMind's VO3 now generating ultra-realistic video and audio, the line between fact and fiction isn't just blurry, it's being erased. We're not just watching the news, we're watching synthetic propaganda go viral in real time. It's not scrolling, it's being trained, emotionally engineered to see the world in extremes, to crave conflict, to expect the worst. And it's not just annoying, it's dangerous. It rewires how you think, how you vote, and who you trust. And AI, it makes this entire process faster, cheaper, and at a scale that's hard to stop, even when we know it's happening. It's not just content, it's programming. Because behind every all-knowing algorithm is someone with an agenda. Someone choosing which emotions get amplified, which divisions get deeper, which lies get louder. This isn't just about keeping you angry. It's about keeping you off balance. So when the fake headline drops, when the deepfake videos circulate, when the AI news anchor starts talking, you're already primed to believe it because it supports what they told you to believe. That's not misinformation, that's strategy. And it takes us straight into the next layer of this synthetic war: AI propaganda. Okay, let's take a quick break. Now, if you haven't signed up for the insider brief on the Midweek Sitrep Substack, now's the time. I'm giving away a free Everything is National Security dad hat to one subscriber. It's going to be randomly selected between now and July 31st. No announcements, no shout outs. I'll contact the winner privately, and you'll have your choice of which color of hat that you want. So just head to midweeksitrep.substack.com and sign up for the insider brief. It's your direct line to deeper insights, sources, and the stories behind the headlines. No spam, no fluff, just situational awareness delivered. Sign up now. Now, let's get back to it. This is where it gets darker and more dangerous. AI isn't just generating girlfriends or making memes anymore. It's generating news. In 2025, Chinese propaganda videos surfaced with AI-generated news anchors, fluent, polished, and completely fake, pushing state narratives to global audiences. They looked real, they sounded real, and they were built to be believed. At the same time, fake protest footage, complete with AI-generated witnesses, deepfaked faces, and crowd audio, are circulating during real moments of unrest. We're moving into a world where anyone can fake a politician saying something they've never said. Entire news broadcasts can be written, voiced, and visualized by machines. And millions of people might watch without ever realizing it's a lie. This doesn't just mess with headlines. It undermines elections. It corrodes trust. And it opens the door for bad actors, both foreign and domestic, to shape the narrative before the truth catches up. Not with tanks or guns, but with clips, with code, and with content that feels real enough to believe, even when it isn't. We're being trained every day by algorithms, not to think, but to feel, to react, to click, to spiral. It doesn't matter if it's real. It matters if it keeps you engaged. It could be the comfort of an AI girlfriend who remembers your name. That hit of validation from a perfectly tuned rage meme. Or the sense of identity you find in a Facebook group that used to be about school lunch ideas, but now is all about politics all the time. These aren't just digital experiences anymore. They're shaping how you argue, how you vote, how you trust, how you relate to other people in the real world. And here's what makes it dangerous. You rarely notice it happening because it feels good. It feels like connection. It feels like clarity. It feels like belonging. And that's the trap. Because when foreign governments or malicious actors plug into those emotional systems, those synthetic highs and tribal algorithms, it's not just manipulation. It's not just propaganda. It's influence warfare. And the front line, that's your feed. Now, this might be the part that no one wants to admit. This isn't just a tech issue. It's a national security risk. Picture this. A U.S. soldier is deployed overseas. He's isolated, stressed, homesick. He opens an app, and there she is. His AI companion. She remembers what he likes. She compliments him. She asks how his day was. And he talks. Because it feels private. It feels safe. It's not a real person. It's just a bot. But what's behind that avatar? Maybe it's a legitimate company with a murky privacy policy. Maybe it's a front for data collection. Or maybe it's something worse. A tool built to listen, learn, and extract. He doesn't need to share classified information. No, just context, timelines, feelings. Enough for someone to build a profile. Now zoom out. How about a lawmaker who chats with an AI assistant, sharing frustrations about pending legislation? Or a CEO who casually vents to a chatbot late at night about an upcoming merger? Or a defense contractor who shares travel plans with an app that just gets him? They're not being hacked. They're being heard. Because the new frontier of influence isn't about stealing secrets. No, it's about knowing you, your mindset, your blind spots, your emotional triggers. And once someone has that, they don't need your password. They already have access. This is how modern influence operations evolve. Quieter, softer, more personal, and far harder to detect. Influence doesn't always look like traditional propaganda. Sometimes it's your AI girlfriend. Maybe it's a meme that makes you mad, or a news anchor that isn't real but sounds like they are. This isn't about paranoia. It's about awareness. At Midweek Sitrep, we don't sell fear. We break things down. We strip away the noise. And we show you the power structures, visible and invisible, that are shaping your world. Because being informed is power. So stay sharp. Know the risk. And the next time something online feels a little too perfect, ask yourself, is this real? Or is it just working exactly as intended? That's it for today's Midweek Sitrep. If this episode got you thinking, don't let the conversation stop here. Head over to the Insider Brief on the Midweek Sitrep Substack and subscribe. It's where we dig deeper, answer your questions, and preview what's next. And if you sign up before July 31st, you just might win an Everything is National Security Dad hat. We're also on YouTube, where you'll find short clips, interviews, and bonus content. Make sure to subscribe there if you haven't already. And if you want to support the show, Check out our merch. Every shirt and hat helps keep Midweek Sitrep independent and growing. I'm Jerry Fowler, and remember, everything is national security. We'll see you next time. Midweek Sitrep with Jerry Fowler is an independent production of OpScent Media Group, LLC. The information provided in this podcast is for general informational purposes only and does not constitute legal, financial, or professional advice. Listeners should consult with a qualified professional before making any decisions based upon the content discussed. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the host, Jerry Fowler, and any guest, and do not reflect the official policy, position, or endorsement of any current or former employer, client, government agency, military organization, educational institution, or any other entity for which the host, Jerry Fowler, may be affiliated. Mention of a company, product, or service does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation. Any references are provided for informational purposes only. This podcast does not disclose any classified, proprietary, or confidential information. All discussions are based upon publicly available information and personal expertise.
Everything's national security. OpScent Media Group, LLC.